Welcome back, everyday Americans. You've rejoined the Constitution study. Today, we're talking about the difference between quality and quantity when it comes to education. As promised, I have a guest. Christine Altenberger has this wonderful foundation where she's trying to help our young folk learn more about the Constitution without them simply going, ew. Christine, thank you for joining us here at the Constitution study.
Thank you, Paul, so much for having me. And thank you for all the wonderful work that you do as well.
Thank you. I stumbled across an interview you did, and I loved it because it's how do we get the young people, how do we get them education about the Constitution without it just seeming like it's another class in school or it's another thing I have to do? How do we make that work? And I think you and your foundation came up with a very interesting idea. Tell us a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, so what we noticed was, and I'm sure many people in America notice this, is that America is on a dangerous path. The kids in America are not learning about the Constitution because the schools are not teaching it. So that leaves future citizens ignorant about our founding documents and principles. And even worse, some of these schools are actually portraying America in a negative light. So instead of molding citizens, they're actually molding activists. And so I know that sounds crazy, but the Foundation for the Restoration of America exists to solve this problem. So we've created this scholarship program where we incentivize students to take these courses that are provided by Hillsdale College. The courses are on the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and we incentivize the students with scholarships. So the courses are provided by Hillsdale College. So if these students take a couple of courses, they're free courses, they are eligible to apply for scholarships here at the foundation. We are giving out, we have two $10,000 scholarships, two $5,000 scholarships, and 39 $2,000 scholarships. We gave away $100,000 last year, and we're awarding $100,000 as well or more this year for students who take these courses. So pretty much the kids just have to go to our website and we lead them to the free Hillsdale courses. They take the courses, they get a certificate when they complete the courses. They come back to our website, go to the application. There's 3 questions on the application that the students need to fill out. It's limited to 2,500 characters, so it's a very short little paragraph that they need to fill out on 3 different questions. And the kids will just fill that out and then they'll download their certificates of completion from Hillsdale College to show that they've taken the courses. From there, we go through the applications and we pick the winners. Any student that is an American student age 16 and older, they are eligible to apply for these scholarships. The scholarships can be used for college, university. They can be used for trade school. Any student can take these courses. So even if you're a homeschool student, you are eligible. If you're in trade school, you are eligible. So our goal really is to just have every American student really learn the truth and learn about our founding documents so that they can stand up for their freedoms and know what their freedoms even are.
I love it because it reminds you a little bit of the spelling bee, right? Because why would kids go through the pain of memorizing and figuring out how to spell these words? Well, it's for the scholarship that comes at the end. Kind of the same thing, right? You go through a Hillsdale College class. I've taken several classes from Hillsdale, and that enters you in a chance. Now, you say you gave away $100,000 last year. You're looking to give away 100,000 or more this year. Where are you
Yes.
coming up with the money for this?
So year 2, so we just went live last February. So we've only been around since for 11, well, at the end of the year, it was 11 months. We received over 500 applications. This year, what we're doing is going to donors and asking for donations in order to increase the dollar amount of the scholarships and also increase the number of scholarships that we're giving away. And the reason is we had 500 applicants, a little over 500 applicants last year, but this year we've created a bunch of partnerships. So we have partnerships now with Turning Point Academy, Catholic Vote, Moms for America, Moms for Liberty, and more. And we're going to continue to create partnerships with like minded organizations that want to help educate these students. So they're going to help spread the word. So we're going to be getting a lot more applications. And so we want to be able to award these students, keep students incentivized by bigger, the biggest scholarship we have now is $10,000. We want to be able to increase that and give away a lot more, a bigger donation to incentivize more and more students to take these courses.
So you are working with donors and partners to help fund this. So
The
obviously,
partners don't fund it. That we're working with donors to help fund to get the scholarships to get more money. But the partnerships are really there to help spread the word to their base about the scholarship program. And so they're leading people to our website. We have partnership pages that we create that a lot of the partners are actually putting on their own websites. So when people are on their websites, their followers, their members, there are actually links on their websites that go directly to our partnership page, which brings them to the scholarship program.
excellent. So obviously, I mean, I'm sure you'd be loved to have more donors that will come in and help fund this. So let me ask you a question. You're talking about you have the different levels of scholarship, and what's the criteria that you would use to differentiate, say, the $10,000 scholarship winner, the rather than the 5,000 or the 2,000?
Yeah, so what we do is we review all the applications. It's to make it fair and equal for all American students. We don't look at punctuation. We don't look at spelling. We're not looking at extracurricular activity of these students in their schools. What we're really asking for is, what did you learn from taking these courses, and how did it change your life? What are you going to do in the future to help keep freedom in this country? So we don't care about grade point average or anything. We're looking at what, by taking these courses, how did that change the student, and how does that make them want to help defend freedom in America?
I like it. We don't have to worry about DEI in any of this.
Yeah.
You're worried about what impact it, which actually I think is helpful not only from the standpoint of um, improving the program over time. If you find multiple people saying, "Well, this part really spoke to me," or this, it can help fine tune some of that. But it makes it a nice feedback loop. Um, so you've done it for just over a year. You've gone
Hmm.
through one round. Anything really stand out from that first round of scholarship recipients and applicants?
Yeah, absolutely. These kids are telling us why. I even have students that are in college, and they'll say, "Why didn't I learn this in my grade school or my high school? Why isn't my college teaching me this? I don't know this stuff." And I'll never. I want to go spread the words to my friends to take these courses to learn about their freedoms, because I don't think my friends know this either, because they're not teaching it in the schools. I have a quote here from one of our applicants. His name is Sebastian. He's from Florida. And Sebastian says, to preserve freedom in America, we must educate those who've lost sight of the United States Constitution. Today, two main factions exist in America: those who have forgotten the Constitution and those who avidly reject it. So to me, we're putting together all these student quotes so that we can show people, like, this is really making a difference in these kids' lives, and they're not learning it. And the love for our country that they're showing in filling out these applications is just amazing.
I love that because you see, I have no idea how old Sebastian is, what grade he's in, but somebody
He's
that
in high school.
realizes so you're talking 18 and under. You're talking
Well,
somebody who
yeah,
recognizes that there are people who are ignorant and there are people who are actively fighting the document that helps protect our rights. And
correct.
to see that and to recognize that and hopefully inspire him to continue to work harder on preserving his rights and by extension, the rights of his fellow citizens, fellow Americans, fellow human beings. It it it
Yes.
it sounds very cool. That's why when I saw the or watched the interview and I reached out and said I'd love to have you on the radio program. I think I was right. I think my audience would be very interested in this. Please tell them where can they send. I'm assuming, let's just say I'm assuming it's the parents that are convincing the children to go take to take the class and apply for the class. They're not doing it themselves. Where can we send our parents that would like their children to participate in this?
Yeah. So any student, parent, grandparent, leader, um, coach, they can lead the students to our website, which is ffroa.com. Again, that is ffroa.com. And I will send you a link as well. That is the Foundation for the Restoration of America.com. That will take them to all of the information about the scholarship program. It'll tell you about the courses, the question. You can look up the application ahead of time and see what the questions are going to be at the end. Um, yeah, so we're just hoping for more and more students in America to take these courses. We've reached over 43 different states. We even had an application from the Virgin Islands. So in the first year with no partnerships, I think we did pretty well. And I really expect that this year is just going to explode. And it already has because of interviews that I've done and also the partnerships that we've created with these other organizations.
So speaking of that, where would if someone wishes to partner with you, or if someone says, I'd really like to donate to this, where would they reach out?
So they can reach out also at ffroa.com. There's a direct link that they can email us and get information. There's a donation button there. If they would like to talk to me, they can just send the question through the website, and I will get right back to them.
Wonderful. And while you're at it, can you tell us a little bit more? It's the was it the Foundation for the Recovery of America?
The Foundation for the Restoration of
Restoration.
America.
I always get that wrong for some reason.
Yep.
So what else does the Foundation for the Restoration of America do? I'm assuming they're trying to, I don't know, restore America.
We are trying to restore America. We have other pillars that we're creating right now. We haven't gone live with them yet. So really right now we're just trying to educate the American youth about our country, our founding documents, and have them learn the truth about it, learn about our founding and just know that we're the last free country in this world. And we have to really, everybody has to step up and defend our freedoms.
I Again, I love it. I love it for a couple of reasons. All right. I love it number one because it's a group of people that saw a problem, and rather than saying, someone should go fix that, they said, what can we do to fix it?
Yes.
And I'm glad to see to hear that it's growing. And I absolutely want to help with what you're doing. We've talked about that a little bit already as we set up the interview, but I also like it because it's a I know the term grassroots gets overused, but it literally is the American people saying, let us fix, we see this problem, let us fix it. We don't need a government program. We don't need a government grant. We don't need government's permission. And we can help educate our children. And it doesn't need to happen in school. I'd love if it did happen in school. But let's
Yes.
face it, a government run school isn't interested in telling students that they're not dependent on government. So I love the program. I encourage people to check it out, ffroa.com. Yes, I'll have a link in the show page when it posts in a couple of days. But before we run out of time,
Yes.
is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the FFROA and what they're doing and maybe what plans you can give us a little sneak preview of?
Well, we're just trying to empower more defenders of the Constitution. We just, it's kind of scary and sad, everything that's happening in our country right now. But ultimately, I'm filled with a lot of hope and optimism just because of all the amazing students and what they're telling us from learning about this program and learning about our country. Um, I know that it's going to make a big difference.
I think it is as well. And I definitely plan to keep in touch. I'm going to encourage my audience again, check out ffroa.com. Whether you have a student that wants to participate, whether you want to partner with them, donate to the cause, let's show the world and those people who think we all need to be dependent on government. We don't have to. We can educate ourselves, we can educate our children. Christine, thank you for your time. It's a wonderful organization, wonderful program. I hope to see it grow even more over the next few years.
Thank you so much. And I want to mention one more thing that I did not mention. These scholarships can be used for trade school. So a lot of people think if I get a scholarship, I can only use it for, college, university. Anybody that wins a scholarship can use it for private high school. If they're going to private high school, we know how expensive education is right now, especially private schools. They can use it for college, university, and trade school. So that is something that a lot of other scholarships do not offer. We
That's
just want the
excellent.
kids to be educated, continue their education with whatever they want to do, and we want to help fund that for them.
I love it. Christine, again, thank you for your time. I'm so glad you got to join us. And if you want to find out more, ladies and gentlemen, again, ffroa.com. We'll have more links and information on the show page.